Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG for a Crucible of War market update, my favorite set. Let's get some music going for you. We'll hop in and take a look at Crucible of War. Hey, if you want access to all this stuff as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Get yourself access to a collection tracker, updates whenever I do a video like this. We're working on some improvements for this stuff long term, but right now it's just a great collection tracker that works kind of like a Google Sheet that updates whenever I do a video. You also get access to a 5% off discount code over at minmaxgamesfab.com. If you are not a patron, you can use the code in my description of my videos to save $5 off your order of $50 or more. There's also a TCG Player affiliate link there if you want to support the channel in that way. So, sealed boxes this week. Box is sitting about $630. Pull up some sold listings for you this week. Sitting about $630. That's the last sold on March 11th. Obviously, there were some more sold on the 6th for $650. You've got one sold for the 6th for $640, on the 6th for $680, on the 7th for $750, $770, $650, $675, $635. So cheapest one kind of available. Last sold listing is $630. If you want any amount of volume or bulk on this, you're going to have to pay probably more than the $650. But if you're just looking for one box on auction, that kind of thing, that's around where prices are settling. No huge worries about that. Lots of money flowing into other areas right now. So pretty stable price point too. I mean, this has been the price since August. About $650 to $750 has been the price since August. We have not been able to fluctuate from that. And that is the numbers kind of before we got the print run numbers as well. So it doesn't really seem like that print run data that came out really got absorbed much by the market, which is something I've been saying for a while. So Arcanite Shard, a little bit similar, a little bit down. We still have sold listing. Last sold listing is at 2,400. I've seen a couple of them float around that on Facebook. So this one's a little bit different because before the numbers we were at 4K, we jumped up to almost 8K, back down to 4K, and then we were flat for a long time. Be interesting to see what happens to this over time, to see if we bounce back towards those. It seems like about 3,400 would be what my comfort would be right now. 2,400 obviously seems it's below that number, so that's kind of my threshold. Anything below that I'm kind of interested in. Anything above that I'm kind of interested in on the opposite side. But unlimited rainbow foil shard, it had a spike when the out of print announcement happened, but we're kind of not quite back to the pre-price. It was 178, still sitting around 300. Viscera is running this too. So, all right, let's hop in to first edition. See if is it worth it to open up a box. We had a Cheyenne sell this week for $12.72. This is on March 8th. It was an auction. Card looks fine. There's no huge worries about it. Condition is used. It was in Canada from somebody with tons of reviews. The condition on these things is always interesting. They have one photo. There's nothing major that I see on the issues. Typical fab corners. This is a from pack kind of card. There is it's just not going to grade well. It's going to grade at a 9. Like that's what it's going to be. So out of pack, this is kind of what I would anticipate that you would pull. And so that's the, data. If you have a really minty copy, you can probably get more money. If you have a graded copy, you can get more money, but out of pack raw, that seems to be where the price point is on that. And this is not terribly off from our previous sales. There was, I'm kind of pulling them up right now. There hasn't been a sale in quite a while, to be honest. You've had a best offer that was accepted on a 9 for 2,500 Australian dollars. That was way back January 20th. So that would have been kind of the similar to raw price, but we haven't had a raw sale in quite a while. The last raw sale we had was back up at $1,625. So this one's at $1,200. So anyway, spring tunic down 9% to $218. Some interesting stuff going on in the cold foil world. We did have a Courage of Blade hold that sold for pretty high at $700 for I don't even know what creating company this is. I don't know what this is. Just a slabbed foil for $700. But then another one sold for $500. Previously to that, you had one sold for $627 and one for $570. The market's really trying to figure this stuff all out. I'm going with $575. I'll use kind of the median here. Going with $575 on that. But there was a Metacarpus node that sold for $556 as well. So that's a kind of higher sale, higher end. Recent sale at $550 for, raw, same kind of deal, raw cold foil. So that one's up 23%. And then you had some softness in Breeze Rider and in Skullhorn. So interesting to see some movement there. All in all, it kind of broke even at average price of $444. Rare cold foils way up. Centauri Sabers over on TCG Player sold for $290. So that's kind of where we're running with on that. You can see the photos here. Centauri Sabers sold for $270 from Bruta Gaming. Congrats on that sale. So those are up. The other ones are up. Our Mandible Claws are up. Harmonized Kodachis are up. Zephyral Needles are up. Talashar's down. The kind of cards you don't see much play are all down. People, you can see this too, like your average pricing similar to where we were before the print run announcement. Your next interesting take is going to be what happens with Fab 2.0. We'll see if that does the same thing or if it flatlines it or whatever happens, the reaction. I have no clue. It'll be interesting to see. Rainbow Foil Majestics, no real changes. Massacre pretty far up. Spoils of War pretty far up. Stamp Authority pretty far up. Dread Triptych, a lot of the kind of key cards we've seen in the past going up, but also Remorseless Fine Center and Magnetic Shockwave going down pretty considerably. So it's all kind of balanced out to your average price being $30 for your Rainbow Foil Majestic. And then your regular Majestics are down 4% to an average price of $13.63, which is quite impressive, actually. Rattlebones is up quite a bit. Flood of Force is still kind of pumping with some people testing out some stuff with Kasu. You got Crater Fist, which is up. Gambler's Gloves, which is up a little bit. But then you got some Guardian cards down. Dread Triptych down here. So interesting market right now for this. Average price at 13. Rainbow Foil Rares, TCG low is at 5. Regular Rares, TCG low is at 6. Rainbow Foil Commons at $2 for TCG low, regular Commons at 42 cents. And as you get into the EV, we're kind of up across the board here. A lot of that drive is coming from the cold foil rares and cold foil, mostly from the cold foil rares, honestly. You can see that holds a pretty significant piece of this pie. Majestic cold foils, keep your eye on those. There was a few high sales this week, so if the rest of them pump that way too, it could actually really affect this EV. If you're going to open up 40 boxes and not sell the commons, your EV is going to be sitting at $561. If you open up 10 boxes, so you do get the legendary average, you're sitting at $501. If you just open up like one box, you can expect to get about $436 per box. All right, Unlimited, let's roll through. Fandale Spring Tunic up 3% to $133. I believe that makes it the least valuable tunic on the market, if I'm not mistaken. Shiana at $85. A lot of people bought that one up to 21%. Unlimited Rainbow Foil Majestics. We'll show you the average at the end. This is not calculating right, but it'll be around $10, I think. Something's going down. Something's going up. Flood of Force up. Rattlebones up. Coast of Commotion still pumping. Breeze Rider Boots is up. Your regular foils, similar things. Flood of Force, Rattlebones, Coax of Commotion, Mangle, and Breeze Rider Boots. And a lot of the same cards going down as well. Righteous Cleansing, Visiertronic, Snag, Perch Grapplers, Visiertronic, Snag, Dread Triptych. You got a lot of cards moving up and down. A lot of things that are affected by the meta. People picking up Courage of Bladehold. That one's sitting pretty stern as people are starting to build for Blitz season. That's definitely something to be on the lookout out. There's a lot of great Crucible cards when it comes to Blitz season, so you may want to consider looking at your deck list and seeing what you're missing. Other than that, Rainbow Foil Rares at an average of 85 cents, regular Rares at 17 cents, Rainbow Foil Commons at 40 cents, and regular Commons at 10 cents. I told you I would tell you what your Majestic was at. You were down 3.2% this week. That's going to contribute an average of $18 to your EV this week. So let's get into, your regular, that's for Rainbow Foil, and then your regular Majestics were up 2.2%. Let's get into the boxes then. If you're going to not be able to sell the singles, you're at $92 for a $75 box. This is skewed EV. Crucible of War has almost always had arbitrage when you open the boxes. It's crazy. Your 10 boxes, you get $85 per box, and if you just open up one box, the Majestics in this set drive the price point. This is why I like Crucible of War so much. The Majestics drive the price, not the cold foils, not the foils, the Majestic regulars, and you're guaranteed 6 of them per box. Almost guaranteed. So that is that. I definitely recommend if you're looking for something fun to open and you can get your hands on Crucible for $75, you should do so. And you are, not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's it. If you want access to all this stuff as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You also get yourself access to a 5% off discount code over at minmaxgamesfab.com. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Remember that this is all just cardboard. It's just fun and games. Hope you have yourself a good day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.